Almost 5 years ago today, I moved out of my father's house. I was 21. I had the rent money. I had the deposit. I had the keys in my hand. And I still almost failed. 30 days after moving out. Not because I was irresponsible, not because I didn't budget, but because of the costs no one warns you about. The quiet ones, the boring ones, the ones that don't show up on apartment listings. By the end of this video, you'll know the 9 costs that nearly forced me to move back home and how to avoid making the same mistake. And trust me, number 7 is the one that breaks most people. Moving out is always pitched as freedom, your own place, your own rules, finally your own life. What no one tells you is that this is also the moment money stops being an idea and starts being real. This isn't about rent or deposits. You already know about those. This is about the stuff that quietly chips away at your account, the kind you don't notice at first, until one day you open your banking app and think, how did I do everything right and still end up broke? Let's rewind to the very start. The first lie moving out tells you is that if you can afford the rent, you're good. That's not how it goes. My place didn't even feel moved in yet. Lights barely on. Wi-Fi still buffering. And I was already paying. Electric setup fee, internet hookup, gas deposit, trash service. Each one by itself? Whatever. Annoying, but fine. All of them together? There goes a full week of groceries. And nobody warns you that these bills don't show up politely, one at a time. They hit at the same moment, right when you're already spending the most money you've ever spent in your life. That's how it starts. If your bank account has never felt lighter than the week after you move in, you're not alone. Now, to the empty room problem. Here's the thing about an empty apartment. At first, it feels kind of perfect. Quiet, clean, minimal. Like something you'd post and caption "New Beginnings." Then 5 minutes pass, and you realize you don't actually have anywhere to sit. You tell yourself, I'll buy furniture slowly. No rush, I'll figure it out. But slowly falls apart real fast when you're eating dinner on the floor. Your laptop is burning your thighs on the bed, and you keep saying no when people ask to come over. So you start compromising. Not because you want to, because you're tired. A cheap couch, a temporary table, a chair that's fine for now. And that for now, it stays way longer than you planned. That's how furniture debt happens. Not in one big mistake, but in a bunch of small, tired decisions. Cost 3 is the household basics. No one talks about that first real shopping trip. You're not buying anything fun. No couch, no decorations, no treat yourself stuff. It's just basics. A trash can, some cleaning spray, toilet paper, soap, a broom, light bulbs, things you never thought about before because they were just there. You walk in thinking, I'll grab a few things real quick. You walk out staring at the receipt like, where did the money go? $300. Gone. And that's the moment it hits you. Moving out stops feeling exciting and starts feeling expensive. Up to this point, everything feels manageable. Annoying, but manageable. This is where most people think, okay, I survived the move. That's when the real costs start. Number 4 is renter's insurance. It's small, it's monthly, it sounds optional, until your lease says it's mandatory. And no, it doesn't protect the apartment. It protects your stuff. Miss this payment? Lease violation. This is the first time many people realize adulthood is less about big payments and more about constant ones. On to the next, 5 transportation changes. The apartment was cheaper. The commute was not. More gas, paid parking, longer travel time, and suddenly you're paying more to live cheaper. This is how budgets quietly collapse, not through big mistakes, but small miscalculations. Cost 6 is real utility bills. At home, utilities were invisible. Now, every degree on the thermostat feels like a financial decision. Summer AC, winter heat, drafty windows. This is where many people start choosing discomfort over debt. The silent drain maintenance. You now pay for, and this This is the one. The one no one really warns you about. The one you don't notice at first. The one that slowly wears people down. Not rent, not deposits, not furniture. It's the small stuff. Light bulbs burn out. Batteries die. The air filter suddenly matters. You realize you need an extension cord. Then a screwdriver. Then one more thing. None of it is expensive enough to panic over. That's the trick. It's just constant enough to drain you. So you keep swiping your card. You don't log it. You don't think it matters. You get tired. And when you're tired, you stop cooking. You stop price checking. You stop caring. You start overspending in places you swore you wouldn't. That's how budgets don't explode. They leak. Quietly. Slowly. Until one day you look at your account and think, how did it get this bad? Before finally food inflation, personal addition. You don't eat worse, you eat alone, which means no shared groceries, no shared meals. More takeout on tired nights. Food becomes emotional spending. Convenience starts winning over budgeting. Lastly, cost 9. No emergency buffer. Here's the part nobody wants to admit. Something will go wrong. Your phone breaks, a fee hits, life happens. And if you don't have a buffer, one small thing feels like everything collapsing. That's why people move back home. Not because they can't pay rent, because they can't survive a bad month. Moving out isn't about independence. It's about resilience. The difference between people who thrive and people who struggle isn't income. It's preparation. If you're planning to move out, or already have, this video wasn't meant to scare you. It was meant to protect you. Because freedom feels a lot better when it doesn't come with panic. If this helped you, stay for the next video, where I'll show how much money you actually need before moving out. Not what the internet says. And if this video helped you even a little, go ahead and hit the like button. It really helps this channel reach people who need it. If you want more honest, real conversations about money and adulthood, subscribe. I'm posting videos for people who don't want financial advice that feels fake or out of touch. And stay tuned for the next one, because I'm breaking down exactly how much money you actually need before moving out. Not what the internet says, not what sounds impressive, but what works in real life.